I once walked in shadows with secrets I kept. A man from Okehampton is past so adept. A name in the papers, a story of shame. But here's where the whispers start to play a different game. Father and son, a tale untold. One's heart heavy, the other bold. No proof to link, yet the rumors fly. Under the same name, under the same sky. I speak out loud, fire in my voice, calling out the darkness, I make my noise. But what if my words, they echo too close to a sin of the father, a past that's morose? I serve my time with a sentence in hand, but society's judgment, oh, it's hard to withstand. If you're looking for truth, look beyond the name. Sometimes guilt is passed like a flame. No confirmation, no family tree, just speculation to fuel the spree. I stand accused by my own accusations, and this world of mirrors of reflections. Father and son, a tale untold. One's heart heavy, the other bold. No proof to link, yet the rumors fly. Under the same name, under the same sky. I speak out loud with fire in my voice, calling out the darkness, I make my noise. But what if my words, they echo too close to a sin of the father, a past that's morose? So here we stand at the crossroads of fate, one with the past, one with the slate. Are we bound by blood or just by name? In the song of life, who's to blame? Father and son, a song we sing, of innocence lost and the truth that we cling. But until the day the facts come to light, we'll dance with our shadows through the night.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I'm your host, Matt Taylor, broadcasting live from Brighton. Be right on in Brighton. So we have had a response from AJ Lashbrook. You may know him by the YouTube handles of Lucifer and Unlisted. So just to recap about what happened today. I woke up with a pertinent piece of information that YouTuber Bleeding Heart had made a claim about AJ Lashbrook at approximately 2 hours, 25 minutes, 42 seconds into the Ghost Speaker Corners YouTube channels. Yesterday's live stream, Far Right Scum of Our Streets. So, of course, I immediately went over to have a listen what was said. And Bleeding Heart claimed that AJ's father was a paedophile, and that it had been recorded, been reported in the newspapers. So, of course, you know, it was a very quick check, a Google check, and it leads me to a Devon Live news article, August 2023, and I think it was also reported in the Plymouth Herald as well, August 2023. A certain gentleman under the name Andrew Lashbrook had indeed been found guilty of sexual crimes against 2 children, and the rest is in the public domain. Now, of course, I consider it a public interest story because AJ Lashbrook goes around accusing everyone of being a paedophile, myself included. And so, of course, I would be interested in a news story of this nature and this magnitude. And so I went live earlier on. I'd done a video. I clipped what was said on the Ghost Speakers Corner YouTube, and I clipped that particular bit of Bleeding Heart. Now, throughout the day, other snippets of information have come through. One particular researcher found Andrew Lashbrook on Facebook, and I think what we'll do, we'll quickly play that particular video, just so we can all get an understanding of what is going on. So bear with me while I share the screen. Here we go. This is from Nightlarp, Project Nightlarp.
Left behind a trail of shame. Now AJ's got a different name. AJ's daddy's off in Thailand. Oh, he's a nuts, but don't you know? AJ goes around finger pointing high, accusing others of his daddy's lie. In the streets with a loud voice, AJ makes a lot of noise. He points at you, he points at me, but it's his dad's legacy, can't you see? AJ's daddy's off in Thailand. Oh, he's a nuts, but don't you know? AJ goes around finger pointing high, accusing others of his daddy's lie. Oh, AJ, you've got to see the irony in your decree. Pointing fingers, making a stand, but it's your daddy's dirty hands. With a smirk and a sly grin, AJ's the accuser, but where's he been? He's projecting, oh, can't you see? His daddy's sins, he's trying to flee. AJ's daddy's off in Thailand. Oh, he's nuts, but don't you know? AJ goes around finger pointing high, accusing others of his daddy's lie. So here we are with AJ's song. His accusations, they don't belong. He's pointing fingers left and right, but we all know it's not quite right.
I mean, I'm the first to point out that's circumstantial evidence, but it does explain a lot of things. If AJ's father was himself a convicted sexual offender, that projection would be a natural reaction from a person in his position. We also have to point out to the audience that AJ himself has got a conviction for cruelty against animals, and I contend, and I continue to contend, because I heard it with my own ears, that AJ's got 8 other convictions undisclosed, but that's neither here nor there, according to him. So, of course, since the morning, there was speculation, as claimed by Bleeding Heart on the Ghost Speakers Corner YouTube channel, that AJ's father was a convicted paedophile. So we didn't hear anything from AJ throughout the day. The first time we did hear anything from that so-called camp, so to speak, was from Danny Jones. Danny Jones involving himself a well-known YouTube personality, famous for his contentious accusations. So I found it quite surprising that he should enter the fray, but enter the fray he did. I set out 3 questions, 3 pertinent questions, which I think is important to answer. Number 1, is AJ's father's name Andrew? Number 2, is he a farm worker? That could have been summed up. Is the Andrew sorry, I don't know why I said Taylor there. Is is the Andrew featured in the Plymouth Herald and the Devon Live news reports, is the Andrew Lashbrook AJ's father? I mean, I think that'd been better just to keep the question simple. But also, I asked the third question of, did AJ pass on pictures of Kaylee's children to him? Maybe that wasn't particularly necessary. But either way, Danny Jones' response was somewhat cryptic and dismissive. He says, "No," is your answer, Matthew. Bleeding Heart, the troll Izzy, and She Easy running around pretending to be a man, pissing myself laughing. So he finds it funny. I found it very interesting that rather than deny the allegations himself, Danny Jones comes in and denies the allegation by saying, "No is your answer, Matthew. Bleeding Heart, the troll, and C is E running around pretending to be a man, pissing myself laughing." I don't feel as if it's a very comprehensive response. I'm just double checking. Yeah, I mean, that's what kind of answer is that? I'm essentially asking, is this Andrew Lashbrook, named as the convicted paedophile in the August of 2023 news report, is this Andrew Lashbrook, the father of AJ? And all we get from Danny Jones, Hoax Police, is "No is your answer, Matthew. Bleeding Heart, the troll Izzy, and She Easy running around pretending to be a man, pissing myself laughing." So I don't really understand what's that's supposed to mean. But the whole point of this is that since then we have got a response from AJ. We have got a response from AJ. So let's look at that now. Writing under unlisted, AJ writes, and he finds it funny, which is peculiar in itself, because I certainly don't think it's funny. So this is AJ's response: "You lot don't half come out with some utter crap. If I'm in mid-40s to late 40s, that means stinky knickers, Lavenhams, child abuser is not far off 50 to mid-50s. Take that in itself. I don't know why he's bringing in somebody else. All we want to know is a yes or no answer. Is Andrew Lashbrook your father?" But instead, he brings in stinky knickers, whoever that may be. So here we have AJ actually addressing this. If this Andrew is my dad, well, we're asking the question, but AJ says, if this Andrew is my dad, he owes me 30 odd years worth of Christmas and present, or supposed to be, and birthday presents. He obviously forgets to fucking add pertinent letters when he's trying to form a sentence. It's quite annoying, really. But mind you, that's how he sometimes forgets to add letters, which is why I call myself Brighton's best. So anyway, so here we have AJ laughing it off, totally laughing it off, pretty much claiming that if Andrew is my dad, he owes me 30 odd years of Christmas and birthday presents, and he owes my mother 16 years of child maintenance. You retarded degenerates can crack on with your delusions. Okay, So there we go. There we go. We have it. I mean, anyone who believes that this Andrew Lashbrook, convicted paedophile, is AJ's father, is a retarded degenerate who can crack on with their delusions. Hello, Lenny. Hello, Justin in the chat room. So Andrew is 60 years old. Well, 60 last year. Adam is now 36. Right. So is that how old he is? Adam's 36, is it? Hey, I didn't know that. Adam's 36 minus 61. What's the sums? 4, 5, so 25. So that would make Andrew 25 when he had AJ. Right. So can we have confirmation that AJ is 36? Pretty good stuff. I thought he looks way bloody too old for that. I mean, that was just me guesstimating, that was, to be fair. To be fair. Oh, but really, you know, what have we had a straight denial? I suppose we have, haven't we? Have we had a straight denial from AJ Lashbrook? Yeah. AJ Lashbrook is saying you're all a bunch of degenerates if you think that Andrew Lashbrook is my father. So that 1988 is the year of Lashbrook's birth. There we go. Matt, the article about Adam, the dog beater, clearly says, oh, thank you ever so much. Adam was 31 in 2019. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, thank you ever so much, Justin. We have confirmation because of the article printed in 2019. Lenny says, have you got stuck into the selection box yet, Matt? I've finished my after eights anyway. Joe Soap would like to jump on. Yes, Joe Soap, I can let you jump on. I will let you jump on. Joe Soap. Of course, if you are someone, if you're Plisco or James Hind, then I will immediately bump you off, so to speak. I will immediately bump you off. Will I go live on Christmas Day, Lenny? That's a big no. That's a negative. That's a no. Okay, so thank you for Justin. He's corrected me. I myself put AJ mid-40s, late 50s. But I have been corrected. Thank you ever so much. I have been corrected. AJ was born in 1988. Confirmed by the news report, which says that Adam, AJ of the Lashbrook family, AJ of the Lashbrook family was 31 in 2019. Right, said Fred was. Guess who Joe Soap is? I don't know. I don't know who Joe Soap is, Fred. Oh, here we have a visitor. Let's see who it is. It looks like it may well be Convid. Hello.
I don't want to stop others coming on the panel, but I just thought I'd just stress that Adam is definitely getting triggered here because the article, like you said, clearly says his age. So
Yeah.
how can he claim to be in his 40s when the article about him in court from 2019 says he's 31. Now, Adam, I'll clear that up.
No, but Justin, I implied he was in his mid to late 40s.
Well, that just proves that it's him then, because there's no denying it.
Well, what he hasn't done, he hasn't really, to my satisfaction anyway, gone far enough to reassure the audience that this Andrew Lashbrook is not his father.
Let me ask you a simple question, Matt, and this is for the audience as well. Does Adam having an accent from Devon, is that a coincidence that his father is from Devon?
I think he surely has. And I remember, all this is circumstantial.
But it's the accent. He's got a Devon accent, hasn't he?
Andrew Lashbrook is about the right age. That would make Andrew Lashbrook about 25.
Yep.
And AJ was Wharton World. And also, I do believe they had the same make of bike.
Yep.
Because another researcher, i.e. Project Nightlark, has found Andrew Lashbrook on Facebook. And so let me just look at...
This is making too much sense.
Well, it would be nice to get clarification from...
Well, Lyndon jumped in all excited, didn't he? Lyndon got all excited.
A Kawasaki. I don't know. I'm terrible at pronouncing things. Kawasaki motorbike. Kawasaki. Kawasaki. I do believe that's the same make of motorbike which Andrew Lashbrook drives, and
just another coincidence, eh, Matt?
Coincidence.
Just another coincidence.
I mean, it turns out that AJ's suspected father, Andrew Lashbrook, lives in the pedo paradise that we all know as Thailand. And it's, of course, that is where all pedos go when they've been exposed in the UK. And so that's
what. Yep. So that's why I jumped. That's the only reason I jumped on, just to clarify the age, because I know people are getting confused about, is he older than he looks and all that. But it's just, all we got to do is go back to the court case, and his age is clearly stated there at 31.
Well, look, would you mind just hang on there for a moment, Justin? Because in the chat, we've got this Joe Soap, who says the article got a lot wrong.
Oh, really?
And it's actually saying Adam is in his late 40s.
Utter bollocks.
Right, okay.
Utter bollocks. How can you get someone's age over 10 years wrong?
Yeah, but then again, I do know the newspapers are terrible for getting the
No, but they got their information from the court, Matt. Don't forget that.
Hey, listen.
They got their information from the court.
I've had my sentence read out wrong.
Okay, well, if you want to think that Adam's older than 35, that's up to you. I know that he is in his mid-30s.
Good. Okay, yeah.
There's no way he can wriggle out of this.
Either way, whether he's mid to late 40s or mid 30s to late 30s, the time frame matches.
He's not in his mid 40s.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, even if he was, Andrew Lashbrook could still be his father. Yep,
but as I say, he's definitely in his mid 30s, and I know that. I don't want to get other people into trouble, if you get my drift. But people that know him have confirmed to me he's definitely mid 30s. We'll leave it at that. Yeah,
well, I'm glad that's been.
I think you know what I'm saying.
Yes, but also I would like to point out what Lenny is saying in the chat room. That just because you live in Thailand, that doesn't make you a wrong, and I think that's very important to point out. Quite right, Lenny. Quite right. So yes,
I never thought I'd say this, but we need Adam on the panel to clear this up.
I know. I mean, I've actually got some personal questions. One or two questions I'd like to ask him myself.
I'll step down. I know he's watching.
Well, oh God, even I can't believe I would invite him on. But I
Well,
think
he's got to clear this up because it's not going to go away, is it?
I think this is a very kind of like serious. I know he's laughing it off. He thinks it's very funny, as does Danny
Wow.
Jones. Apparently Danny Jones is pissing himself laughing.
They're laughing at young girls being abused by a man.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
They find that amusing, do they?
You know, and there is a reason why AJ
Wow.
keeps himself secretive, keeps his backstory a secret.
Matt,
And
this is all making sense, Matt. This is all coming to a head now.
And Lenny says, "Who is this Adam geezer?" We're talking about AJ Lashbrook. Lenny, crikey. I know. He's funny, isn't he, Lenny?
We love you, Lenny.
He's not a laughing stock. He's a valued member of the audience.
Oh,
to add.
Absolutely.
Right. So look, while you're here, Justin, I just want to get my head around this. I wonder where Bleeding Heart got the information from. Can you answer any of that for us, maybe?
Well, I don't want to deflect, but I remember the name Andrew Lashbrook was mentioned in your chat a while ago.
Really? Wow.
And Katie, I'm not getting her into trouble, but she said the name.
Oh, right. I must have missed that.
So Katie picked up on it.
Yeah. So we've got Joe Soap in the chat says they are laughing at you lot making false accusations. Wow.
Well, hold on a minute. Didn't Joe Soap ask for the link?
Yeah. Oh, Jay, what's his name? Joe Soap asked to come on.
Yeah.
And he hasn't yet taken up the opportunity of coming on.
Well, there you go. Then I'll make way for Joe Soap because Joe Soap's begged you for the link. So Joe Soap wants to come on panel and clear all this up. Okay, there you go, Joe. It's yours.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to come on, Joe. Listen, it's not accusations from us. I've made it very clear right from the start that there is no confirmation. There's no solid evidence that links Andrew Lashbrook with AJ Lashbrook. Okay, I'll put my hand up. I thought Lashbrook was older than he was, but thankfully Justin has corrected me on that. So, you know, it's fair to say because of the article 2019, AJ Lashbrook is in his he's 36 according to the math. According to the maths, he's 36. I was going to go until he showed up. Well, look, Joe, apparently it's a name from the past, really. Right Said Fred. Apparently, Right Said Fred says, guess who JS is? You're more than welcome to come on. But ultimately, we do need AJ to come on himself and, you know, put these rumors to bed. Because for whatever reason, it's now out there in the public domain that this Andrew Lashbrook, a convicted paedophile from Devon, is AJ's father. Circumstantial evidence point to the conclusion that is the correct conclusion to come to at this point in time. I'm not going to be around here. I'm not going to be going live until after Christmas now. And so this is the only opportunity we have to discuss this. And I think it is very important that we do discuss it, especially as myself being a victim of this AJ Lashbrook going around calling me a paedophile. And as the lyrics from Project Nightlark tells us and alludes to, it does explain a lot that AJ is going around calling everyone a paedophile, because in actual fact, he's projecting his father's sins onto others. It's very interesting. And it's in the public interest. Because it's AJ Lashbrook who's going around calling everybody else a paedophile. I mean, what on earth is going on here? So Joe Soap says, so what if it's his father? What's your point? My point is that is AJ Lashbrook exposing his father? Why is AJ Lashbrook going around falsely accusing myself, for example, of being a paedophile, phoning up my local pub, telling them that I'm a paedophile, when his own father is a paedophile? And then it opens up a whole can of worms of like father, like son. Is he projecting for his father's benefit, or does he also carry those same paedophilic traits as his father? So the point is, it's very relevant, because if it transpires that Andrew Lashbrook is indeed AJ Lashbrook's father, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, so to speak. The same perversion that's in Andrew is also in AJ. The very fact that he is the most prolific person who goes around on the YouTube calling everybody else a nonce identifies himself as one. So I think it's very relevant as to whether Andrew Lashbrook is AJ's father. Joe Soap says, your mother abused you and your sister, Matt. So what? Did she abuse me in what way? I can accuse my mother of neglect in a certain respect, but I wouldn't describe it as abuse. Over to Lenny, trying to change the subject. We are talking about AJ Lashbrook here, Lenny. So if you don't mind, we'll gloss over your question, bringing Brian Harvey into the equation. I think we've spoken about that enough already. Hey, listen, I'm just looking at Joe Soap's comment. Is that your fault? You told him in the pub yourself. Do you have the same child abusing traits as your mother? Number one, who is this Joe Soap? Because you're deflecting. We're not talking about me and my mother. We're talking about AJ and his father. The worst I can accuse my mother of is neglect. I certainly don't feel as if my mother abused me. But yet, tragically, my mother was groomed by a paedophile who then went on to abuse my sister. So I'm one removed of abuse going through childhood. And yes, my childhood was a damaged childhood because of the abuse my sister suffered. But that aside, my mother is dead now. My mother is gone. And this isn't about my mother. This is about AJ and his father. So Joe Soap, very interesting that you should come in. You've asked for the opportunity to come on. I've given you the means to come on, but yet you still haven't come on. What does that say about you? While you may be talking about my mother, I'm talking about AJ's father. My mother isn't a part of the equation here. My mother had no convictions for child abuse. Who is your dad anyway? Says Joe Soap. The truther says your mum was done for street walking. Oh, God. The truther. Horrible. Sounds like the mouse to me. Looks like Sussex Police will be seeing you soon, Big Lips. Wasn't that your nickname at school? Hey, listen, that's fine. What I understand and what I've come to expect from AJ is that AJ doesn't do his own dirty business. He gets other people to do it for him. And already we had Danny Jones, the first person coming in, pissing himself laughing, trying to defend AJ. AJ himself has left a comment, a bit cryptic, a bit dismissive, calling anyone who thinks Andrew Lashbrook is his father a retarded degenerate. And now we've got the trolls coming in, deflecting. So I'm not going to hang around any much longer. This is purely just to give the update. This is an update. We haven't really particularly got a decisive and comprehensive denial from AJ Lashbrook. All he writes is, you lot don't half come out with some utter crap. If I'm in mid-40s to late 40s, that must mean Stinky Lickers, Lavenhams child abuser is not far off 50 to mid-50s. If this Andrew is my dad, he owes me 30-odd years worth of Christmas and birthday presents, and he owes my mother 16 years of child maintenance. You retarded degenerates can crack on with your delusions. So that's it. That's all I have to report. That is all this update is. According to AJ, anyone who thinks Andrew Lashbrook is his father, we're all deluded. We're all retarded degenerates. You know, and that's exactly the type of language we've come to expect from AJ. So, are we any the wiser? The answer is no. Has this cleared up the issue? The answer is no. Is AJ Lashbrook anywhere to be seen? The answer is no. Has AJ Lashbrook had the opportunity to quash these rumours? The answer is yes. Does it still seem likely that Andrew Lashbrook is AJ Lashbrook's father? The answer is yes. So, until the next time, ladies and gentlemen, remember, there's a lot of bullshit going around. There's a lot of bullshit. Left, right, and centre. Be careful of those people who shout from the rooftops that they're the most correct, that they're the best, they're the good, they're the most morally strong individuals in town. Beware of those people who throw stones at others and then hide behind the shadows when anything is said against them. Am I any the wiser as to who AJ Lashbrook's father is? No, I'm not. Is this a public interest story? Yes, it damn well is. Have we heard the last of this? No, we haven't. What needs to happen next? We need to hear from Bleeding Heart. So anyway, everyone, is beginning to look a lot like Christmas. It's Friday the 20th of December. Christmas is only A week away. Hope everyone has a good time. I hope this Christmas AJ gets to have a Christmas present from his father. Thank you all for joining in. Thank you especially for Justin for coming on and confirming the age of AJ. I got that wrong. I'll put my hands up. He looks an old fucking haggard bastard, in my opinion. He's one ugly fucking... Honestly, to be fair, he looks like a sex offender. Whenever I look at a picture of the AJ, and the first thing that comes to mind is a sex offender. Which, funny enough, is allegedly what his father is. But anyway, let's not let this spoil your Christmas. Okay? Have a good time. I would like to leave the last word to my friend Justin. It is so obvious that Adam is extremely triggered by the exposing of Andrew Lashbrook. So without any further ado, I'll let you go and get on with the evening. Thank you everyone for joining me.
But you've actually said
Then
that.
don't say it on the fucking internet.
I would prefer to know is what you think of AJ's father being a
I don't know anything about AJ's father, and why would you?
Well, he is a pedophile. He's an actual
So-
pedophile. So what do you think
No,
about
your
that?
cousin's the paedophile.
Could you repeat
but
that?
that's your
And so is your
daughter.
dad, Tom.
Look,
And probably your brother as
you-
well.
Did
you're
you
not
just say?
aware of AJ's father being a pedophile?
Why would I be?
Excitement.
All right, well done. AJ managed to keep that quiet then, didn't he? You didn't read the newspapers.
Probably
Is
not.
this woman
No.
look like trying to be the master of distraction? Because it ain't
Oh,
working.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
these
working.
two
Rapist
guys
little
will
We
be
want
better
children.
What did you say about white
I shall
chicks
try
again? What did you say
this.
about
I
white
shall
chicks?
try
Ask
this.
AJ
We
about his
want
dad.
The last thing I heard you say to AJ was, "I love your videos. You make really good
You
videos."
beggy little tramp.
That's the last
Your
words I
mother
heard
is
you
little
say to
tramp.
AJ.
Before I go, I'll just like to point out a message from Frank Quietly. Just had confirmation through, and Andrew is Adam's father. Interesting. Very interesting. I'll just like to play the video posted by Project Nightlark.
Took a flight to Thailand, he ran, left behind a trail of shame. Now AJ's got a different name. AJ's daddy's off in Thailand, oh, he's a nuts, but don't you know? AJ goes around finger pointing high, accusing others of his daddy's lie. In the streets, with a loud voice, AJ makes a lot of noise. He points at you, he points at me, but it's his dad's legacy, can't you see? AJ's daddy's off in Thailand, oh, he's a nuts, but don't you know? AJ goes around finger pointing high, accusing others of his daddy's lie. Oh, AJ, you've got to see the irony in your decree. Pointing fingers, making a stand, but it's your daddy's dirty hand. With a smirk and a sly grin, AJ's the accuser, but where's he been? He's projecting, oh, can't you see? His daddy's sins, he's trying to flee. AJ's daddy's off in Thailand, oh, he's a nuts, but don't you know? AJ goes around finger pointing high, accusing others of his daddy's lie. So here we are, with AJ's song. His accusations, they don't belong. He's pointing fingers
Until the next time, everyone, have a merry, happy Christmas and a wonderful New Year.
My life been twisted, battered, and bruised. For far too long I've been lost, misused, pushed around in words like chains, drowning in a sea of their hate and pain.
But deep inside there's a spark, a flame, a voice that whispers rise again.
No more shadows, no more lies.
I'm reaching up, touching the skies.
I'm taking back control, reclaiming my heart and soul. No more will I fall, I'm standing tall. The darkness fades away, I'm stepping into the day. This is my time to roll, I'm taking back control. They try to break me, tear me apart, but they can't touch the strength in my heart. I fought my demons, I faced my fears. Now I'm done with the wasted tears.
The trolls can rage, their storms may blow, but my roots run deep and my spirit won't go. With every scar I've learned to fight. Now I'm the thunder, I'm the light.
I'm taking back control, reclaiming my heart and soul. No more will I fall, I'm standing tall. The darkness fades away, I'm stepping into the day. This is my time to roll, I'm taking back control. Every word they threw, I've turned to steel. Every wound they gave, I've learned to heal. The power's mine, the future's clear. I'm done with the pain, the shame, the fear. I'm taking back control, reclaiming my heart and soul. No more will I fall, I'm standing tall. The darkness fades away, I'm stepping into the day. This is my time to roll, I'm taking back control. The shadows fade, the past is gone. A brighter dawn is where I belong. With every breath I'll claim my role. I'm taking back control, taking back control.